very gratifying, and I've really gotten a lot out of doing a lot of different things for a lot of different causes, and but again, when it comes to children and kids, it doesn't get much better than that in terms of getting involved with something like that.
Erica, what does this event mean to you personally?
Well, like Mr. Bork said, you're always looking for ways to give back, because over the years as I was growing up, there's a lot of things that people did for me to make my day. I did camps here when I was probably like 10 years old, and the high school guys and girls that played for the team here at Cushing were working a summer camp, and it was probably the best time of my life, and made my day. So, and also throughout college, also like you said, you learn that it's really important to give back, and how you can really make a big difference in some kids' day. I know at the University of Wisconsin we had a wheelchair hockey program, and you'd volunteer every Sunday and go down there and push the kids around, and they just had a blast. And it's really important that we all do that, because we are all very fortunate to be where we are. And when I read about Corey and his family, I thought that it was a really great opportunity, and I'm really just excited and happy to help.
Are you on our team?
Yes.
Hey, if I'm not, you better watch out.
Erica and Ray are going to be playing on the teacher team, much to the chagrin of the law enforcement.
Oh, we're pretty having trouble.
No, you guys are doing okay too.
Ray.
I mean, hockey is a sport that you guys are up early in the morning or out late at night because ice time's so hard to get. How do you get kids to be interested in it and stay involved? I mean, how did you guys?
I'll tell you a story about both my sons. Christopher, it's amazing how he'd be up for a 6 o'clock practice without even waking him up. And what a difference when it was a school day. You're trying to get him out of bed to go to school. What a difference. Chris just couldn't wait to skate, and then Ryan came along. He's 5 years younger than Chris, and Ryan didn't take to hockey at an early age like Christopher did. So we had to wake up Ryan sometimes for these early practices. And I remember being on the road, and my wife calls me and says, "I couldn't get Ryan up this morning for practice." I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Yeah, I tried. I got him up at 5 o'clock. He told me, 'Mom, I'm sick.'" Mom looks at him and says, "Ryan, come on, you're not sick." He says, "Well, no, I really feel sick." "Ryan, you're not sick." He says, "All right, then I want to retire like Cam Neely." Two different guys, but for me, I was like Chris. I never had a problem waking up. I was waking up my dad for hockey practice early in the mornings, because that's how passionate and excited I was to play the game. And most of us are like that. And Ryan did become like that after a while, but this was when he was probably 6 years old. So yeah, hockey, it's tough sometimes because of those early mornings. I think it's tougher on the parents waking up at that time on weekends than maybe the kids. But very enjoyable. I loved getting the kids to the rink and watching them skate and do something that they just had a passion for.
Caitlin?
When do you guys, how do you convince kids to kind of keep playing or keep at it, or when do they specialize? You were a dad, you were a player.
I don't think you convince kids to keep playing. I think the kids are asking you to play. If you're trying to convince a kid to play any kind of sports, I think it's wrong. You're doing it for the wrong reasons. You've got to have a child telling you that they want to play, they want to go to the rink, they're loving it, and there's something wrong with the parents is when it's the other way around, and they're doing it for the wrong reasons, and they're not going to do it as well and as long as if they're asking them to do it themselves. And I have two boys that are. I have one son that's been a professional hockey player for 5 years. He's been up and down and all that. And a pro with NHL teams and the American League team. And my youngest son was drafted by the Rangers last year. And they tell me, they keep asking me, "Dad, well, are they playing because of you?" I said, "No, they're playing because they love it. They have a passion for it, and they're playing for the right reasons." And like be any sport, any kid, they got to be doing it for the right reasons. And if they're not, that's That's just what it's.
Erica, can you talk about how women's hockey has changed and how how women playing the sport now are, we're looking at women's hockey and men's hockey almost equally now, and that hasn't always been the case.
Yeah, well, it was kind of a wake-up call in Canada, actually, when I was just, in Vancouver a few weeks ago, and,
For just a small event up there?
Yeah, and so every game was sold out, even against China and against Russia and everything, and a big part of that is because it was in Canada, but just in general, that's nothing I ever thought would happen, because over the years, people just, don't tend to not care as much about women's hockey, or it's just not as fun to watch and stuff, and, I understand that, it's just not as fast, but I definitely think that the game's growing ever since, if I look at my freshman year in college and as opposed to my senior year, even the teams in my league alone, the WCHA, it wasn't just like, okay, so we have 2 good teams to play against in a season, and then we can kind of, go 50% on the other games because the teams aren't very good. But by the time my senior year rolled around, you had to show up for every game because every team was a competitive game. So definitely, I think the growth of the sport is really important for the generations to come, and I definitely see it growing a lot in the next few years, and it has grown for me ever since I've gotten into the college scene. So it's good.
I think it's incredible how the women's game has come along, and the opportunities for girls to play hockey, especially in these parts, Massachusetts, and so many different areas too, and around the States. But I remember I played in the Olympics in '98, and I remember watching Canada play U.S., and the U.S. beat them that year. I think the U.S. won the gold medal. And I couldn't believe, that was my first time really seeing the girls play at that level, and I was shocked. And it's even better now, like Erica said, how it's come along, and I just think it's great because so many girls are playing, and there's great opportunities in terms of these girls going off to college and playing college hockey, and it's a blast to watch, and I'm sure it's very exciting for girls playing hockey now. It's good. It's all good.
Eric, how did you get involved in hockey? What made you want to play?
Well, I started playing street hockey in the local Fitchburg League, and then family friends of ours were just going to join the Learn to Skate program at the Wall Civic Center right down the street from my house, and so I was just like, all right, I want to go, and I was doing the Learn to Skate, and kids were pushing around chairs, and I was too stubborn to use one, so I learned pretty quick how to skate without one, and I think the next week they advanced me to learn how to play hockey, and I'm so excited. I got to get all the new equipment, and my dad was showing me how to put it on in the house and everything, and I think I slept in it. So it was such. I remember it like it was yesterday, and I can't believe so many years have gone by, but it was a blast. My brother did it with me, my younger brother, and yeah, it's been awesome. So I don't even know, it was the weirdest thing because hockey runs in my family, so you would think that my dad, pushed me to play, or my aunt or whoever, but it was really just a random family friend saying, come with us, and I was like, okay, and I ended up loving it.
The Worcester Sharks have also been an integral part of this game since their existence. They've been involved in the game, so we really appreciate that Finns is here and will make an appearance. I don't think he'll bother any of the little kids, but you never know. So
he's a good skater too. I saw him last weekend.
Dave, as a matter of fact, I think Finn's first public appearance was they just told us.
That's right.
Was at the first game when we had just announced the team. So it was at the game.
So it's an excellent partnership that goes way back to that. I don't know, Mike, if you have anything you want to say on behalf of the Sharks.
I just love hearing these guys talk about youth hockey. Part of my job is cultivating hockey in the area, and it spans all the way from Worcester all the way through Central Mass, and obviously North County, which is sort of hockey country and deck hockey country. And obviously, we love our partnership with, Dave and his wife have done such a great job, and obviously coming up to skate gets me out of the office so I can have to stretch and get the pads back on. But in seriousness, like, we love, partnering with anything that's for a great cause. I still have the RL sticker on my goalie skates, so from last year's game. We're big on getting in with the youth hockey. We're trying to have Erica come down and drop a puck on April 9th at the BCU Center so that we can get some of the local youth hockey teams, especially the girls teams in the area. We have Marina Reba, who's our ticket rep, was the captain of the URI women's team, and she actually, and this is more me going on a tangent. She's from Winchester, Massachusetts, and she and her friends, her freshman year, petitioned to have a team at her school.